My friends, welcome to this episode of the Outdoor Gear Review. What I have here is the Snugpak Ionosphere Tent. This is a test night episode. So let me paint you all a picture. Going back to 2013, I thought very fondly of this company, Snugpak. I loved this tent. I still have my tent from 2013. I use it all the time. It's fantastic. Fast forwarding into the future. Around 2018, there were some changes at Snugpak. They moved their manufacturing to China, and there were tons of quality control issues. Product after product, failure after failure. Not only myself, but others as well. It got so bad that I stopped supporting the company and I stopped reviewing their products. I even issued a warning about their products. So here we are, 2022. It is time to take a look at Snugpak and see about their quality. This is part 2. In part 1, we took a close look at this tent, and overall the quality looks to be very good. I looked this tent over very closely and I saw no issues. So I have high hopes for the company. Maybe they've turned things around. Maybe they're making fantastic products. This is the thing, folks. I want to be able to recommend them again, but I can't do so until I fully test out their products. And all of this starts with the Ionosphere. So folks, this is where we stand at the moment. This is the Ionosphere. Purchased February 2022. This is brand new. I've never used it. I've only set it up one time. In this episode, we are going to waterproof test this tent. It is my hopes that it doesn't leak. But if it does, I will share that information with you all and also with the company. Unfortunately, lately, every single test has been a failure. I don't remember the last time that we had a tent pass the waterproof test, which is a shame because there's just so many companies out there pumping out garbage. So yeah, hopefully that changes with Snugpak and the Ionosphere tent. The tent that I've owned since 2013, it has never leaked, not one time. And I have high hopes for this one here. So we shall see. As far as the weather goes, this is what's coming in. So later on tonight, it's going to begin to rain. It is going to rain for roughly 3 days. This tent will be out here for the entire duration, and I will be checking on it periodically. This rain event is not supposed to be heavy, but it's supposed to be steady. All in all, we're looking at maybe like 1.5 inches of rain over the course of 3 days, which is no big deal. Any tent should be able to put up with that much rain with no leaking. And again, everyone, I have high hopes for this tent. Ultimately, the product will speak for itself. If it's good, the product won't leak. If it's bad, it will. And I will share that information with you all. Here with my channel, it's agenda free. I don't try to influence anyone of anything. I simply share the facts, my thoughts and opinions, and that's that. That's that. All right, comment down below, share your thoughts. What do you all think? Will this tent leak? It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. I looked this over rather closely and I saw no issues. All of the seam tape looks great. The stitching looks great. So yeah, we shall see, we shall see. According to Snugpak, the Rainfly features a 5,000 millimeter hydrostatic head rating. That's pretty high for a tent, especially one that's this lightweight. Let it rain, let it rain. All right, everyone, it is time to check on this tent, do the first checkup. Last night, it rained for a few hours, mainly in the morning, late morning. It really wasn't that heavy, but we should check on the tent anyways. So everyone, let's take a look. The tent is 100% dry. It is dry in here, folks. It has not leaked at all. This is only day 1 of a 3-day rain event, but so far, so good. So far, the amount of rain that's fallen hasn't been that great, but that's going to change. Right now, there's a cold front coming this way, and with it, there's some moderate rain, maybe even some heavy rain. So, coming soon, everyone. This tent is going to be put to the test, a real test. Good morning, everyone. As you all can see, it is raining rather nicely. Time, about 2 o'clock in the morning. I decided to come up here, get out in the rain, and check on this tent. I didn't open it up. Came up here, everything looks pretty good, on the outside at least. It's been raining off and on for the last couple of hours, but nothing really heavy. This is the heaviest so far. I'm about to wrap it up for the night, go in, go to bed. During the course of the night, there's a good possibility of some heavy rain. I think it's going to hit, so this will be a good test for this tent. As of this afternoon, there had been no leaking at all. There was some condensation on the floor of the tent, but that's no big deal. Any tent will condensate when the ground is cold, the air temperature is warm, and so on. I guess I'm going to get some shut-eye, everyone. I'll bring you all back tomorrow, and we'll check on this tent. I'm very interested to see just how well it performed. We are now 2 days later. The rain events were interesting. It would rain at nighttime, then during the day, it would slack off. Night comes again, it would rain. So 2 days later, 2 nights worth of rain, it is time to check on the Snugpak Ionosphere tent. Did it leak? I have high hopes. Come on folks, let's take a look. Interesting. There has been some minor leaking, and it looks like the water has come in basically right here at the door. Water has gotten through underneath the storm flap, come through the zipper, and made it right here. It's not a lot of water, but the simple fact is this tent did leak. You can see the pooling here, there's some pooling here, and a little bit of water here. That's very, very interesting. As far as the rest of the tent goes, it is 100% dry. It's simply right here at the corner that we have the water. So this is where we're at, folks. The tent did leak, unfortunately. It's not a lot of water when you consider how much rain has fallen, roughly 1.5 inches, but the simple fact is it did leak. Water is making its way through that zipper flap into the tent itself, which is a shame. I did not expect that, but it is what it is. This is a product that previously I had very good experiences with. How do I feel about this today? I'm on the fence here. I really am. I do not think this is an issue of like quality control. I think this is a simple issue of water making it behind that flap through the zipper into the tent. What would correct this issue more than anything is to have a larger storm flap over that zipper. That's going to keep more rain and water out. When looking at the storm flap and the zipper itself, you can actually see light coming through that zipper. So the zipper itself is not water resistant at all. Any sort of moisture that makes it to that zipper will go through it. And I believe that is the case here with this tent. I think what I'm going to do is this. Later on tonight, more rain is coming in. So I am going to get a light and a camera and I'm going to set it up inside of this tent so we can see where the water is coming from. That's the only thing left to do. Hopefully tonight it will rain hard enough to recreate what has taken place here so that we can see the point of failure. That's what I'm going to do, everyone. I will see you all later on tonight when I bring the camera up here. Let's see if we can figure this out. Let's see if we can pinpoint the leaking area. I just checked on the tent after it went through a heavy rain event. Almost 1 inch of rain just fell. And guess what? The tent did not leak. I did set up a camera inside of it. I will play that footage for you all now, and I probably have already played some, but anyway. The tent has not leaked, and that tells me one thing. All of the previous leaking came through that storm flap. It was one of those situations where it was just breezy enough for the moisture to be pushed underneath that storm flap. It went through the zipper and went into the tent. You could see how the moisture is running off of the fly. I mean, it wouldn't take much to make its way underneath that storm flap. Moisture is falling down, gets pushed right into here, and goes into the body. That's exactly what has happened. With all of that being said, and with our testing, we can say that the tent is waterproof in certain situations. If the weather is calm enough, if the rain is just simply coming straight down, it's going to be fine. If it's windy, that's when you're going to have some issues. It's all about the direction of the moisture being blown. Can it make its way underneath that storm flap? This is what I suggest for Snugpak to do. They need to make that storm flap just a little bit bigger. 2 inches would do it. And it wouldn't add that much to the cost of the tent itself, but it would provide a ton of protection for the user inside. I've spoken to other viewers who have had issues with their Snugpak tents leaking and whatnot, and I wonder if that's not the issue that they had. In summary, folks, these are my thoughts concerning this tent. Is it waterproof? Yes, but only in certain circumstances. Again, if it's windy, you could have problems. Do I recommend this tent? Yes, I do. I still do. I like this product. I have to say, all in all, things are looking pretty good for Snugpak as far as this like updated review of their quality. The quality of this tent is good. There's some loose threads. Make sure to check out part 1 if you haven't seen that episode, because I go over the tent in detail. I take a very close look at it. So there were a few loose threads here and there, but that's the case with the older version. Again, this tent costs like $180. If it costs $800, that would be different. But for $180, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I continue to like this tent. I think it's an awesome shelter, especially for like stealth camping. The weight of it's not bad. It's a tunnel tent, like a bivvy, but it's more of a tent at the same time. So let me tell you, everybody, this has been quite the test. It really has been. I have been up super late every single night, getting up super early in the mornings to run up here to do this testing. So yeah, for now, I am done. Now, everyone, I want to hear from you. What do you all think about the performance of this tent? What do you all think about the leaking? Is that a deal breaker? Without a doubt, this tent can leak. It can go through that storm flap right there. So again, it's my opinion that the company should redesign that. They should make it more aggressive because it will protect the individual inside of it. All in all, this has been a terrific rain event. I mean, I think we're looking at maybe 2 inches of rain so far, and it's not over. As far as my testing goes, I am done, and this episode ends now. Folks, I appreciate you all. Make sure to sound off in the comment section down below. Hit the like button before you go. You can support the Outdoor Gear Review on YouTube or on Patreon. Again, folks, the channel is agenda-free. It's all about sharing information and not selling products. I'll give it to you straight every single time. I'm done. Strength and honor, folks. Bye.